And women have this tendency of, well, it's actually natural. If you tell her that this is what it is, she builds and starts to structure her life around what you tell her.
Got niggas coughing back there, Akon. I just wanted to
right?
going.
So that's how women do, because they're very emotional creatures. So they're gonna build their life around you and what makes you happy. And not only that, but what makes you comfortable.
How many wives for real?
Now, big boy, that one I always leave the speculation.
Really?
I like it. I like that people guess.
Okay, well just do this. I have one. Do you have more than me?
Yes, without a doubt.
Wow.
See, your life is difficult because you got to just focus on one thing all the time.
Y'all, Akon is spiraling right now because his wife of 30 years, who he believed was going to be sticking around forever, just filed for divorce, and he got major blindsided by that. For a while now, Akon has been talking proudly and boldly about the fact that he has 4 sister wives and probably a lot more women on the back burner, and telling ladies that as long as the man can provide for her, that she should just sit back because men were never meant to just be with one woman for life. Now, whether he meant that or not, his wife clearly believes him, and after years of sticking around and hoping that he would change, she is finally walking out of the door. And just so you know, Akon's ego took a major hit with that one. And the worst part, people are convinced that this is only the beginning because Akon might soon have to start thinking twice about his polyamorous lifestyle that he is so proud of. Let's break this down.
Okay, you got 4 hoodies.
Right.
Now, every day, you got a choice of which hoodie to wear without even double thinking because you have the choice to make. One hoodie, you can't wear it.
But these hoodies that I have, right?
Different color.
They don't have to be in different households unless you got it like that too. They don't have to be like in different households. They don't have to have different wants and different needs. And like, that's a lot of attention.
Yeah,
a hoodie is just like this. You know what I'm saying? And I go get the hoodie and I put the hoodie on.
Right
but
now.
it's totally different.
Y'all, everybody was expecting Akon's 29th anniversary to his wife Tamika to go on without a hint of drama. I mean, they were on the BET Awards red carpet in 2024 to promote her album Reflections, and when they were asked about the secret to their long-lasting relationship, they both said that it was about trust, loyalty, commitment, and knowing that your person has got your back. Akon went on to add, you know, you trust the person you're with. You make sure you back them in whatever situation. Everyone's gonna have a flaw, so it's like pick your best poison, right? Who are you willing to be with and deal with all that comes with them for the rest of your life? So now, where's all that trust at? Because it clearly ain't in the room with us after Tamika gave her husband a surprise anniversary present by filing divorce papers just a few days after their 29th anniversary. This move came as a surprise to fans who always thought that Akon had everything under control in his household. But according to Tamika, her filing for divorce after rocking with Akon for almost 30 years shouldn't surprise anyone given the public humiliation she had to go through just to be with him. Akon has been saying for a while now how he's an American man with African mindset, and he has openly bragged about having multiple women as his wives. Now, all that time Akon was proudly saying that he could never be with just one woman, most of us didn't even know that he was legally married. And that was only later after we caught on that he actually had a legal wife this whole time named Tamika Tyone. Tamika and Akon got married back in 1996 before the world knew his name. And for a while, especially during the early days of his fame, people thought that those two were pretty solid until Akon did an interview in 2006 admitting that he has several wives living with him at his home in Atlanta.
Really? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? What is that?
Well, you know, I can afford to have as many wives as I can afford to have. Now, what I choose to have is my choice.
And he continued to double down on it, claiming that being polyamorous was a part of his belief system, and he sees no reason why he can't have multiple women as long as he can afford them. Akon's interview got the internet talking because a celebrity openly admitting to being with more than one woman was crazy. And then with all of them being in the same house, like one big happy family, ciao. How the heck did that work? And who was going to be putting up with that? Another thing Akon wasn't too shy about talking about was his children, and he told Blender magazine in 2007 that he had 6 children from 3 women, and as of now, he has 9 children. And whenever he is asked how his polyamorous situation worked, he would always say that he kept it 100 from day one with Tomika, and she was unbothered about his lifestyle because she knew that he wasn't going anywhere. Akon even got his wife Tomika defending their situation because whenever she stepped out to promote herself, the conversation would always shift to talk about her marriage with Akon, and Tomika left trying to act like she was so unbothered with the situation.
I feel like bitches that in my relationship that want to be on the side is because they broke and they really just trying to figure out a way, and they see what my husband is doing for me and they want to be elevated, in my opinion.
Right.
But far as like the world, I feel like it's many, not anybody's situation we just spoke on, but many women are out here getting cheated on and knowing their man is cheating on them in a committed relationship. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what they do is they just accept it. But guess what? You don't have to be Muslim to be in a polygamy relationship,
right,
or polygamous relationship. You don't have to be Muslim to be in that.
So
you just have to, your man has to be brave to be able to put his foot down and say, is you with it or is you not?
But behind the scenes, not every wife was smiling. A few years back, one of the wives called Rachel Ritfit, or Lucky Wife number 4, decided to hit the road after she found out that he was expecting his 5th child with one of his other wives. She said even though she loved Akon and knew that he had other women, she had always thought that she was his favorite and that she had gotten the most attention from him. But the birth of his 5th child made the situation more real to her. And she was like, she wasn't going to spend the rest of her life with someone that was always going to be one leg in and one leg out. And child, she wasn't the only one to show that their polyamorous situation ain't all that it was cracked up to be, because Akon's other wife, Trina Anna, fell out with him after he found out that she was seeing someone else the whole time they were together. Like, what else did Akon expect though? That she would just be sitting around waiting for her turn with him? And with all the women coming in and out of his life, the only consistent person in his life was Tomika, and Akon really thought that she wasn't going anywhere. However, the good times didn't last long, and now that their daughter Journey is almost 18, there's no reason for Tomika to sit around anymore, and she is cutting Akon loose. She's requesting for joint legal custody of their daughter and for her to have sole physical custody while Akon gets visitation. And she is also asking for spousal support while Akon doesn't get any. Now, no one knows if the two of them had a prenup or a postnup since they were married for so long. But if she's choosing to leave him now after so many years of putting up with him, child, they might be heading into a very messy divorce. And according to an insider, Akon has been trying to get Tomika in the same room to see if they can work things out, but Tomika is done for real this time. And the internet is backing her up because there is only so much one person can take before walking away. It's time. She's realizing it's not worth it. He's probably never around with that many wives and children. Her only child is grown. It's time to move on. Men will say that they cannot be with just one woman and need multiple wives. From what I've seen in polyamorous relationships, the man will still go out there and cheat even though he has all the wives. So it's nothing to do with any of that BS. It only has to do with the fact that these men want to sleep with who they want to sleep with, period. And this particular comment is just facts. Fun fact, in many marriages, 2 are standing at the altar, but only 1 is getting married. Would any of y'all divorce Akon if y'all were in his wife's shoes? Or would you just ride it out until the end? Sound off in the comments and remember to hit that like and subscribe button before watching the next video. I'll see you there. Bye, baddies.